What are the success rates of hair transplantation? Well, the first thing I try to inform all my patients is not every follicle that we harvest is suitable for implantation. Not every graft that we implant grows. So the loss rate can be 5%, sometimes even higher with the harvesting process, whether it's a linear strip excision or a follicular unit excision. Some of those follicles can be damaged during the process. The goal for the surgeon is that we get as many viable grafts that are full um, anatomy with the gland present, the bulge, an uninterrupted hair shaft down to a bulb with tissue around the entire structure. That's a healthy graft that we're excited about implanting. Um, Not every graft we implant survives, but survival rates tend to be really high. 95% is the typical survival rate. What can lower survival rates? What can lower these successes? Part of it is how we handle the grafts. The first and foremost, we must keep them hydrated. A graft that is dehydrated for less than a minute is a graft that will not grow. So we keep them in saline initially, and then special storage solutions that to have a different electrolyte mixture to them to improve their survival. We still keep ours chilled. The literature states that you don't necessarily need to keep them chilled, but we keep them chilled to slow that metabolism down. Time out of body to be minimized, our graft handling with care, precision, gentleness. Those are all the critical things that we control in our part of graft survival. From the host, from the patient perspective, it's how healthy they are. And people who smoke or vape, it doesn't matter if it's tobacco, nicotine, or cannabis. Smoking and vaping, anything kills hair follicles. It also can have risks of how wounds heal. Diabetics have problems with wound healing. Steroid dependence on any reason or another. How those grafts are handled, freshly placed grafts after the transplant, people rubbing on them, we can lose grafts. Picking on my scabs, we can lose grafts. So there's portions of both the way we handle them as well as how the patient takes care of them that will improve their survival. Some of the adjuncts I really like to improve survival is the utilization of platelet-rich plasma, PRP. Best way to conceive of that is it acts like a biologic fertilizer where it's stimulating the growth of those newly transplanted follicles with a number of growth factors, as well as initiating the entire healing cascade. Photobiomodulation, laser caps have a good role in stimulating the growth of newly placed follicles. I really like the use of minoxidil postoperatively. Topical, I like to wait about a month before utilizing it because it does have some alcohol in it, which can be damaging to the newly placed grafts. But that's another way to help stimulate the growth of those grafts.